А зараз у нас тема «Штучний інтелект між інноваціями та відповідальністю. Наука, бізнес та суспільство». Тут ми з вами дізнаємося, як штучний інтелект переходить від наукових проривів та стартапів до масштабних бізнес-рішень та глобальної політики. І які виклики та можливості це створює для України в світі. А підніміть, будь ласка, руки, хто користується штучним інтелектом прям кожен день. Є такі? Дякую, це сталося. Це сталося, і це прекрасно. Тому я запрошую на сцену. До речі, я хотів би зауважити, що навушнички можна взяти. У нас спікери будуть англомовні, тому можете, є час взяти навушники для перекладу. Так, ну що? Тому я також і офлайн буде у нас і онлайн. Я запрошую Бориса Дрожака. Давайте поаплодуємо його. Відомо як The Borys. Ще? Що? А зараз, одну секунду. А ви підказуєте мені. Я ж готовий. Все. Ми з помічницею одне одного не зрозуміли, вона мені показує ось так, і я не розумію, кому я маю дзвонити, а це означає, ми вішаємо на спікера мікрофон. Все, добре, я тепер буду знати. Так, ну, до речі, дуже цікаво зараз буде послухати, тому що дійсно штучний інтелект, ну, і пан Борис надзвичайно цікава людина. Я слідкую, знаєте, я слідкую за вами в соцмережах, в усіх соцмережах. Давайте тепер я вам зроблю. Все ок? Да? Добре.
But we are ready if you want.
А?
We are ready. The rest of the speakers can come if you want.
Добре, я якраз вчу англійську. Добре. Мабуть, щось важливе мені сказали. Окей. Як то кажуть, слова, після яких мною б запишалася моя вчителька англійської, we are ready. Пан Борис, будь ласка, ми вас чекаємо. Ви вже. У нас цей знак, це підлічка вже є. Давайте поаплодуємо. Поаплодуємо, будь ласка. Так, ви представите учасників дискусії. А я тут казав, що я на вас підписаний, я ваш фанат. Але...
ви мій теж фанат.
Да, серйозно?
Ні.
Добре.
Але я радий.
Ні, я пропрацюю це. Будь ласка, дякую.
Так, мене чутно вже, так? Всім привіт. Тут дуже так нормально лупить ця штукенція. Я ще не звик з цією штукою. Щоб правильно всіх назвати, так, Вікторія Олійник. Вікторія Олійник. Вікторія. Hi. I don't know where is her picture. No, we only see her here for now. Then Arno Кастаньє. Can you please come up? Yeah, go ahead, Arno. And Sophia Шіляк. Go ahead. So, we have actually interesting people, some from OpenAI. So I'll do some interesting question to them. So we have Sophia, Head of Partnership and Compliance at Kiss My Apps. I never realized it sounds like this. Victoria from OpenAI, she's forward deployed engineer. Arno, Vice President in Government Affairs and Strategic Partnership at Skeleton Technologies. So we're glad to see everyone. We have a setup question. We're basically speaking about why artificial intelligence, the way it is today, how it goes from the science labs to the apps you see, to the business solutions. We have a bunch of questions. I would make it more like, I'll try to make it at least more interactive as possible. We'll do some unexpected questions, some boring. I hope you guys will enjoy. So Sophia, I will start not with you, but with Victoria, because I don't think everyone understands what is engineer, a forward deploy engineer. If you can say a couple words I guess it's very important for everyone to understand what you do.
Can you hear me fine? Perfect.
Is it good?
Everyone, I'm Vікторія Олійник. I'm one of the founding members of the forward-deployed engineering team at OpenAI. So this is a relatively new role in the industry. The idea is that all the AI models that are being developed by researchers inside these frontier labs, they ultimately end up in the hands of the users, right? And forward-deployed engineering role is designed specifically for making this transition from the frontier research and the latest models that are available, that are being developed also by researchers, and basically place them and integrate them into the existing workflows and the processes of enterprises. Just to bring it to life a little bit, imagine a large bank, or imagine something that I'm working on at the moment, chip design company. And what my role is actually to take what OpenAI researchers are developing at the moment and the product team is working on, the latest coding model and whatnot, and integrate it into the daily workflows that the engineers at this chip design company are using, and let them be more efficient and accelerate them and really make it part of the day-to-day job.
Nice. So it's basically mostly for the businesses, right? Not for the users as the end users.
It's not for consumers. It's more the users in specific large enterprises. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, thank you. Sophia, can you tell a bit what you do? So general audience understand.
Is it working? Yeah, it's working. So my name is Sophia. I'm head of partnership and compliance at Kiss My Apps, the coolest name in the industry. Yeah. My job is basically to ensure two things: that our products, all of our apps, are compliant with the policies of our main partners like Apple, Google, Meta, TikTok, Pinterest, etc., and that our partnership with these platforms are giving us as much as possible, in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Thank you. Arno, your turn.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Arno Castagnier. I'm the VP of Government Affairs and Strategic Partnerships at Skeleton Technologies. At Skeleton, I'm in charge of representing the company to governments in countries where we operate. At the moment, in Estonia, Germany, Finland, France, and also I'm in charge of the engagement with in countries where we plan to expand, namely in the US and in the Middle East. I also represent Skeleton to our main investors, the ones which are critical for our growth. And Skeleton, just in a few words, we are a high-power energy storage company from Estonia originally. Now we have around 300 employees. We have raised a bit more than 350 million euros. And we develop technology solutions, so energy storage solutions for AI data centers, grid stabilization technologies, and defense, in order to make the systems more energy efficient or to deliver a huge amount of power for a limited amount of time. So for this kind of niche applications, which are about the power and the fast charging.
Basically like acceleration for existing GPU. Can I say like this?
Yeah, so it's extremely diverse. Like typically in AI data centers, we work directly. We have developed some racks which are installed at GPU level in order to avoid what we call GPU burn. So essentially, it's about lowering the electricity consumption, the power connection needs of AI data centers, and at the same time increasing the computing power because you can use GPUs at full scale.
Oh. That's nice. So in two words, to combine, we have people from engineering, we have people from compliance and partnership, and basically interesting thing you do, it's the thing most of us don't know, it's like little nuances how to make resources efficient so we can do more AI calculations. Myself, my name is Boris Дрожак. I represent here today as a co-founder of a company, Robotech. We are a Ukrainian defense company. We make robots, ground robots, for our army. It's a logistical robot, so you might hear, maybe some of you made donation. This is a very essential kind of like second wave of a PV drone revolution. It's to save our guys. One robot can save like 100 people for easy. Also do the mining and the strike robots. We're glad to see you, everyone. We'll go to the nerdy part right now. Okay, let's go. The first question is gonna be to OpenAI representative. Can you please say what is one scientific breakthrough in AI that excites you most right now?
Okay. I think it might sound a little bit boring because it's probably something that is being talked about for the last year, if not more. But for me, the AI agents that are capable of planning and reasoning and performing complex tasks over an extended period of time is probably the most fascinating breakthrough that has happened and keeps happening. I know that people have been naming 2025 as a year of AI agents. And I feel like only now we start kind of like living up to this hype. And honestly, I think it's gonna keep on growing and continuing this trend, and it's probably gonna be like, the next decade of agents, not just 2025. I see a lot of that like in software engineering. We see that, now it's definitely like even my day-to-day work has changed a lot, and it is accelerating me. It's making me more efficient. I can launch multiple jobs, while programming something, or like I can debug much faster the issues that I'm having. And another thing that also kind of like was very surprising to me when I actually started working with this chip design company, I had to onboard on just this vast knowledge that I haven't had, right? Like, how do you design a chip? Like, it's a very complex thing. I've never come across it. And then I was using deep research. It's one of the features in ChatGPT. And you can literally provide some documents, for instance, I was taking some notes in the meetings. And then I was literally asking for a primer on chip design. And it was really phenomenal to see that like in half an hour, this thing compiled a very strong primer for me. And I was able to actually, obviously not become an expert in chip design. I don't think it's even realistic, but I could understand quite a lot of, the system, the process. And I think it's gonna definitely accelerate us so much going forward. We'll see, these agents working together more and more efficiently and over even longer periods of time, not just hours, maybe even days. I'm very excited also what kind of novel research these agentic systems are going to be able to do, and what new AI breakthroughs these agents will be able to uncover. A long monologue, sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you. Okay, we actually have some limit per one speaker, but if you can do a short answer for the next question. Just recently I saw Sam Altman said that OpenAI basically with ChatGPT become more intelligent than a human just recently, and he said that people just living their lives and life is move on. No one really realized it. Is it true? What he mean? It's can we say AI can think like a human? What was the comparison and what do you think about it? Keep it short if you can.
I can't really get inside Sam Altman's head. Unfortunately, don't know exactly what he meant. But what I assume he did mean was, there are all these benchmarks that are very popular now that, have a set of questions or a set of tasks that agents or different models will complete. For instance, you have some questions about software engineering, you have some questions about, finance, questions about healthcare, and so on. And so it does look like in the last months or so, the agentic systems or agents or models with access to different tools or just the models themselves, they're able to perform on par, if not better than humans. We saw a lot of that, sorry, you asked to give a short answer, so I'm not going to go on a rant. So basically, we saw a lot of progression from, like simple tasks like identifying different objects on the pictures all the way now to like really, solving math Olympiad problems. So this is also like some of the breakthroughs that OpenAI models got a gold medal in the latest math Olympiad problem. We're seeing that the models are capable of reasoning. Whether or not it is akin to human thinking is a different kind of like philosophical problem. If we assume that thinking involves having lived experience and having, values and goals and so on, AI models don't have it. And that's why alignment is such an important topic. But complex reasoning and thinking through the arguments and finding patterns in the data, that's definitely something that we're seeing, and where models perform as well as humans, if not better.
Oh, it's not a short answer, actually.
I failed. Disconnect me now.
Thank you. I think we're close, but we will see what human can do after it, how we can compete. Okay, I'll go next. Arno, if you don't mind, you have a specific domain. It's quite interesting what you do. Can you say where you see the biggest impact in the next 5 years from your perspective and your knowledge?
The biggest impact of AI in general, not just my industry.
The whole domain, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we as a professional, I see the impact of AI at a very different level. So, not necessarily in my daily work, although having access to much more information dramatically increase your ability to negotiate or understand who you're going to meet, what you're going to talk about, etc. So this is indeed a very helpful way of using AI. However, as a professional working like in the energy storage industry, we've seen like the emergence of actually a sector or business which, if we were having the conversation, let's say 3 years ago, my company was not even involved in. This topic is the AI data centers, the AI infrastructure, because one of the key, we need to be aware and we need to have in mind the fact that this growth of AI applications in general, the growth of requires a major increase of availability of resources, of energy, of electricity, of power. And this is something that is actually going to create a lot of issues. Even if we put aside all the issues related to ethics, etc., the topic of energy is something that is dramatically impacted by the emergence of AI. And this is what has brought new challenges and risk, and this is something that we should always care about, because we don't want to live in a world where AI infrastructure is put in competition with humans, consumers, or companies or industries in terms of access to electricity. So we need to find a way to make AI more frugal. So these are the kind of questions which have arisen in recent years, which has really impacted my industry, which like 3 years ago nobody cared about, because data centers from 5 or 10 years ago didn't have at all the same electricity or power consumption as the new kind of AI factories that are necessary right now for AI training.
I have a question. I heard that there's 2 interesting ideas about the energy consumption for AI. One from China to do the data centers under the water, and another one on the moon. Your opinions? What?
Can you repeat the question?
Another one on the moon. So data center on the moon. So it's they think that it's going to be cheaper to move to the moon, build a data center there.
Yeah.
The management is going to be mostly online.
Yeah.
To the moon, but because it's idea that the solar power gonna be best, there is no dust, there is no heat, it's gonna be like much more cheaper to deploy it there than having supercomputer here. What's your opinion?
But first the capex investment required to send data center in the moon or to take care of the maintenance, etc., would be much higher. So this kind of cost needs to be taken into account, because it's not free to go to the moon, not free to build there, etc. So at the moment, we have to deal with data centers which are on the ground, and therefore data centers which need cooling systems, which generate some heat, and which requires electricity, power grid connections, etc. So, and there's no real solution for that. I mean, yes, we can make data centers more energy efficient, but you cannot dramatically accelerate the time it takes to build the right grid connection, for instance. It's not something that can be done, just to give you an example, right now, the electricity consumption in the world, I mean, 1.5% of electricity goes into data center, but already at the end of the decade, like in less than 5 years' time, it's going to be 3% of the global electricity going to data centers. It's always going to grow exponentially. And you don't build a nuclear power plant in 4 years' time. You don't deploy as much electricity capacity as fast like this. So this is really something which needs to be tackled, and because otherwise this is something that can trigger our own climate goals if we start doing the easiest solution, which would be just to reopen coal-fired power plants or this kind of things to power these data centers.
Thanks. Let's go to Sophia. So basically, your job is to make people use AI.
Kind of
like app consumption. Okay, I have a couple of questions here, but the last one, so prepare some time we have for the last one. So here's like basically nerdy question: how do we move innovation from the lab to practical products? What you can say about this overall?
So short answer, fast and responsibly. But to elaborate, it's not about hoping up on every other tool, platform, AI available on the market because it's a fancy buzzword. It's about having a system that allows you to first evaluate, then test, learn, and after that scale what works. This is basically the mindset we're trying to develop, like turning the curiosity into the, I would say, structured experiment. So first question we always ask ourselves is not, can we use it or can we add it to our product? Because probably we can, but what problem for our users or for us, if we're talking about internal products, will it solve? And from a compliance point of view, it's also necessary to have a good structured validation process. So basically we follow the next path. Firstly, we evaluate the idea, we answer all of those questions, then we test everything internally, we make sure that we have compliance checks, and only after that we have A/B testing on a small amount of real users. We measure what worked, what not, and after that we scale what actually worked. So yeah, I would say something like that to be fast.
Okay, here is a thought experiment. Can you lose a job for AI? So the things you do, can AI convince people to use AI apps?
Can AI?
Can we have an app, AI-based, artificial intelligence-based, which basically stole your job? And this AI convince people to use apps.
Other apps, not our apps.
Your apps, AI apps. You know, such as an AI, which
yeah,
can convince
that would be a great idea. We can develop something like that.
How much time do you have on your job?
5 minutes, I guess, or something.
No, really, let's think about it. How it's gonna look like, and how we will regulate it. How this app will look like, and how we will regulate it. The problem that we hear here very badly. I don't know what you guys hear. Here it's like we mostly don't hear each other. So imagine how this AI will look like. What we need for the apps, which can convince people to use something in internet, and then how we're gonna regulate it.
It will be really hard in terms of regulation, because if you want to make this app like global, for instance, you want to be present in Tier 1 market or simultaneously in China, etc., you'll have to take into account like dozens of regulations, and moreover, you'll have to tailor your app for every particular market, because the core of the app you're describing is, I would say, pretty tricky in terms of compliance. It's like on the edge of it raises not ethical concerns, but it touch upon a lot of regulating issues. So that would be really hard to maintain a worldwide product. Instead, you'll have to make everything different apps for different markets.
Well, we can hide it in advertisement, right? We can hide it in advertisement.
I'm not sure we can do that, but we can try.
Okay, I'm not sure what the timer is about. We have 3 minutes, and I think we can do some questions from the audience. Whoever is interested to ask questions. Oh, go ahead. The second row. Whoever has the microphone, can you please? Oh, give me one. I will give the guy. Тримай.
So, hi there, my name is Bogdan. I'm a co-founder of Biochem Hub, an educational courses. And my question is about AI in education. So my new startup in my company is to build such a platform that will be including all the features about effective learning. What's that? I mean, probably also read the book, Learning How to Learn. Okay, so.
Can you take a bit closer the microphone, please?
Okay, I can.
And keep it short because we have only
Yes, so what about AI in education and how AI can really help in this process of studying? Thanks.
Can you repeat once again a process of studying of what?
How AI can help us to study better.
Okay, interesting. Who's gonna take it?
I'm also happy to take it.
Is it a question for me specifically?
No, we'll just choose you.
Oh, okay. From my perspective, from my point of view, the high quality education has never been so accessible as nowadays, because basically you have everything you're interested in the palm of your hands, but it's really necessary to somehow keep in mind to not replace learning with the help of AI with replacing your thoughts with AI produced something. So this is some global questions we need to pose for us, for our educational system, and yeah, that would be like that.
Yeah, I can add to that. I mean, I fully agree. I think it's really important that AI tools in general enhance human agency, but you still need to build and to have the right mind, to have first the critical thinking, because even AI can have bias sometimes. I mean, it's of course not perfect. I mean, we need to keep that in mind, and also you need to be able to interpret and understand the results that you get. So that's why it's essentially to have a very holistic approach in education and make sure that you build the mind that will be able to understand the information they have of them, but also use them for good. Otherwise, you're just going to build the same people who are going to repeat the same things without being able to have the right feeling to anticipate and understand how to use that information. So, in my opinion, it's probably not going to fully replace education, but we need to find new models on how to integrate those. Yeah.
So make it a tool, not a solution for the problem, I'd say. Yeah.
I see another question. Actually, I don't know if we have time. There is a.
Okay, hello. I will try to be real quick here. So
Close the microphone, please.
yeah, as much as I can. So we're right now talking about AI as a service, something that puts in the web and accessible for me as a person who uses internet. But what about the unplugged things, what we have right now and what we will have in nearest future, let's say?
You mean like some other technology or based on AI technology?
No, I mean specifically AI technology. For example, in your sphere, it's applicable for some more efficient computer vision or whatever.
It could be even navigation. So
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people,
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So
not realize, but
what
AI
we can
help.
do without internet, without complicated and overheated infrastructure.
Well, I can handle it a bit because it's more techy, I guess. Like with any technology, the nuance that you need to know, like what it's based on, and what's limits of the technology. And basically, when we talk about AI, it could be in some case just some algorithm which, like, took frames from a video and take difference between some frames, and it would be like, in our case, some people call it AI. There are some limits with this. Yeah, we don't know limits eventually on the neural-based AI models. There's lots of things I guess we'll find out. So, for example, guys from OpenAI, right? We had LLMs in the past, and no one would say you that LLM could be the level it is today. And the reason is because it was unpredictable. You can put LLM in critical services because time to time it could give you some like random. Though OpenAI guys took LLM to write code and then code executes something and you have some predictability. And you're like, oh gosh, it's actually made lots of improvements in what LLM can do. Then they put lots of other services on top of it. So I would say the thing is, even if you have some base model, the rest of engineering people might put in it could like surprise you so much. In army we call it like with shovel, you can dig, you can eat even on it, you know, like, or you can kill. So here is the same. There's lots of things are coming. Thanks. Anyone else? Don't be afraid. You can do in Ukrainian. If anyone like wanna speak up. Seems good. I don't see the rest of the audience, so good. Okay, then we will be closing. Thanks everyone. It was a pleasure. If you have a couple words to say, what students might need to know, very shortly. Is there anyone?
If you want to go first. One thing. I believe it's really exciting time right now. We are on a kind of verge of the whole another world, I would say. And while I was like thinking about the panel today, I asked myself a question: what new AI tool I would like to create, or it would be nice if someone created. And I understand that every time I have some cool AI idea, someone is already doing it, and the whole context today brings the innovation and possibilities so closer. So almost anyone can do some crazy $1 billion idea. So I just wish you to be fearless in your ideas, and you'll grab one.
Nice. Okay, I have one thing to say. You can do a lot of things with some new technology right now, hype on AI, and it deserves it. Though don't forget that your brain is much better than AI. Don't remember what is to do with your brain. You have a long life ahead. I bet you guys can do something serious. Hope so. Thank you. Hey, you wanna?
Sorry?
You wanna?
No, yeah, okay, okay. I can add something on this, and yeah, because I was talking about AI and energy, and but I still want to say that I'm also very optimistic regarding the impact that AI is going to have on humanity, especially if we find a way to use AI efficiently to manage our natural resources, make the use of energy much more efficient. There are a lot of ways in which AI can accelerate science, and whether it's material science or energy science, in ways that the humanity has never seen before. So I would, just to finish this remark, I would really say that the smartest AI, especially from an energy perspective, is an AI that is going to be able to use energy as wisely as we humans wished we would have.
Nice. Okay, closing word.
Can I say something? Yeah, thanks so much for having me, and I loved all the closing remarks. I can only add that, yeah, things are going to change. Things are already changing very fast. We all need to keep a very open mind, stay adaptable to the change that we see, and just make sure that whatever new technology is coming out, like, it brings out the best in you, and you are also becoming the best version of yourself, rather than go into some nonsense. So yeah, that would be my closing remark.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to donate to engineering in Ukraine.
Дякую вам.